Hello? Okay, I think that's working. Audio input. This doesn't have any audio right now. Let me... Shit. Where's my... Am I live? Yeah, I am. I'll pull this up on my phone. Yeah. Let's see here. Alrighty, I've got my chat up on my phone because it's not showing up on OBS, but that's fine. I'm gonna put out a community post. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. What can I put as the picture? This rhino that I built earlier today. Once it finally loads. Post. Pull this up here. Put that there so it's nice front and center. There we go. Oh, whoops. This is not. Catch up, please. Yeah, that's the channel's Warkai. It's rattling time. It's like, the thing, it's called clobbering time, but it's rattling time. Got my big ass bottle of water with my crab sticker on it. Big reveals today. Apparently more Ultramarines. Personally, I'm not too upset if Ultramarines get more releases. I don't collect them, but their models are really cool, so if we get like Sergeant Tellion, I think he could have a cool model. Or Chaplain Cassius maybe returns to the Ultramarines. Personally, though, hopefully we see maybe Huron Blackheart or the Red Corsairs rumors that are going around. I wouldn't be surprised if Huron was like the kickoff to the end of edition campaign, But, only time will tell. Because we're about to, we still got a couple minutes before they go fully live, but, we've got it pulled up here. What are you guys hoping to see? I can't remember all the games that they listed. It's like Heresy, 40K, I think Sigmar's here. Fantasy, I think everything is here. Like literally everything, which makes sense. It's the big reveal show, end of the year reveal show. So hopefully some good stuff for Age of Sigmar. Personally, I only collect and play Slaves to Darkness, and they've kind of had their time in the sun, so I don't think they're going to get anything. But who knows? In terms of what I'd like to see for Heresy, I'm pretty sure we're just going to see like plastic Custodes, probably like maybe their jet bikes could move to plastic, or I'd really like to see Aquilons move to plastic. And Venatari. Venatari, I think, are very likely to go to plastic. So that's something to look forward to. Other than that, I just want to see more plastic stuff for Heresy in general. They still have some generic Legion stuff, like the Arcwitter Bombard needs to go to plastic. Apparently someone on my friends list is playing Counter-Strike 2. Unlucky for them. I lived in a different state when that show got announced, so, maybe we'll see a teaser. Or maybe that could definitely be the Christmas reveal this year. You know how they like to reveal something on Christmas? I could see it being the show. Sisters, though, I think, it'd be cool to see them get some new stuff, because, they had their big release wave in 8th edition? Yeah, it was 8th edition when they came back. And then they got a decent release wave in 9th, but obviously it was just the character in 10th. Trying to think of what I'd like to see if Sisters got anything. Maybe like the old... Well, no, they already have 2 transports, so they don't really need the old... What was it? Not the Immolator. Was it Redemption? Was it the Redemptionist? They used to have like this almost like Rhino that had like a big heavy flamer on top. Basically an Immolator, but older. Oh no, I know what I'd like to see. Now, I don't think this is getting revealed, but I would love to see a Sisters Baneblade with a giant like magma cannon and then like 50 heavy flamers, making a big cathedral. That would go insanely hard, I think. Built this Rhino earlier. I hate building Rhinos. They just do not go together well. What else have I been working on hobby wise? Obviously, I have my Chaos Marines. I'm building them for a tournament list. If you want a sneak peek at my next 3D printed mini, here are his legs. Um, Only a minute out now. Really, I'm just excited to see whatever they've got coming. Um, Hopefully, it'll be something good. I really do think I would love to see. You know how we got that Pale Spear rumor, and oh, Sisters Biker Fast Attack could be sick. I think Sisters really could benefit from like the Landspeeder Storm, like a Landspeeder Storm, and just have like Flamers Sisters sitting in that. That would be pretty sick. Um, but yeah, Sisters Bikers would be great as well. I think they could do some pretty cool stuff with that. Have like the you know how like the Ravenwing Black Knights have like the reliquaries on the back of their bikes. Love to see that, but like sistersified. Um, yeah, I think that would be sick. And speaking of bikers, Chaos Bikers desperately need an update. I have a squad of Chaos Bikers, and one of them is just missing his torso. It's just gone, lost to history. So that kid needs an update. That is for sure. My dog is laying funny on the bed. But overall, definitely looking forward to this. Definitely, I mean, we know like the 500 Worlds campaign, so I'm sure we're gonna get some info on that. Actually, speaking of sisters, they were my first army I collected myself. Back in like 2008, I had 2 units of Metal Sisters and Rhino. Now those models are lost to the annals of history at this point, but they were my first army. I don't think I'm gonna collect them again though. I think their models are great. Yeah, I think that would make sense for their bikes to be a little sleeker, maybe more smoothed off, like their power armor is. I think that could look really sharp, like very aggressive rake forward, lots of calligraphy across it, maybe a big heavy like. Honestly, go for like a just center line mounted heavy flamer. Like a Subiden Khan. He has the center mounted onslaught Gatling cannon. That, but with like a flamethrower, we sick. All right, it's 5:32. They should be live by now, but I guess it's not unusual for this sort of warm up to run a little long, because it's still playing. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio, but wait, do we have desktop? Oh, we don't have desktop audio. Hold on, there we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. Come on, let's get to the reveals. I have no time commitments right now, actually, but I would like. There we go. And there's no audio. There's no audio. Okay. Did I mute? No, it was just playing audio. Okay. I guess their YouTube stream sucks ass. We're gonna have to suffer through Twitch. Oh, no, there we go. It's back. So the stream's a little bit choppy. That's not really in my control, but big crap. You know what? Let's hop to Twitch and see if it's running better. I hate going to Twitch because that website is awful. Twitch Warhammer. I hate Twitch. Okay, it's smoothed out. We're not watching on Twitch. They're a little quiet. I have my volume maxed out. Let me turn the audio up for you guys, because I'm sure you can't even hear them. Yeah. Let me theater mode. Can I open my volume mixer? No, let me turn it.
as you can gather,
Okay.
there's a really excited and engaged home crowd as well.
That should be better.
Fantastic, the great people here in the United States.
I do like these guys. I think they're decent hosts.
Now, what is the World Championships of Warhammer, and what is the grand narrative, and why are we here? Well, we've got a little reel to show you what it's about.
Little teaser for the World Championships. Was that Trazen there? Trazen, the Infinite? Oh, he definitely... I think he's next in line for a good model. God damn it, I was looking at my audio. Think we might see a teaser for Astartes 2? I really do. Next year I might go to LVO. Not necessarily to play, but I would love to go to a big Warhammer convention. I think it'd be fun. Wow, okay. Jesus. I think they fixed the audio. They're really having audio problems. Okay, hopefully now we can just focus on the reveals.
One of the other things that Eddie and I have been talking about and is apparent this year is that it's the 50th anniversary of the game.
It is the 50th.
Quite a milestone.
I think it'd be cool if we saw like
It got us thinking about
an Imperial Space Marine sort of for 50 years. I think that'd be good. Wow, I really need to shave.
and except for my wife, all of my favorite people in my life, all of my best friends, I've met through Thanks, Adam. Yeah, and many of them at events exactly like this. Like I've been birthdays and christenings and weddings and funerals, all with these wonderful friends that I've made around the world because of what it's into my life, and that's a real boon to me. I think Big Workshop did something pretty special when Warhammer came into the world.
Yeah, absolutely, and there will be lots of celebrations over on our channels, website.
Pretty standard. They're just giving the preamble kind of stuff.
The 50 years of Games Workshop and celebrate this amazing hobby world of content.
So,
Well, you didn't come for that, did you?
you did not come for that. So,
Time for reveals.
what really remains now is to tell everybody here and everybody at home how the rest of this show is going to work. For the next hour and 15 minutes or so, probably, we've got loads of fantastic
Lots of reveals.
for you from all sorts of settings. I listed them all out in that video that we did a while ago. But we've got Warhammer Age of Sigmar, we've got the Old World, we've got Horus Heresy, Necromunda, and Warhammer 40,000. So there's loads of great stuff to enjoy. Should we start with our first reveal?
I think we should have our first reveal. We waited long enough.
Here we go.
Let's run the show.
Warhammer Quest. That makes sense. We've been waiting for this full reveal for a little while. Wow. Ooh. I do quite like Putrid Blight Kings, so seeing them get like new... They really need to fix whatever's wrong with their goddamn audio. Pardon my French, but... The audio keeps fluctuating with these pre-recorded videos. It's frustrating. Yeah, I mean, looks like a killer box.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are really excited to preview to you today Warhammer Quest Darkwater, the latest iteration
Yep.
of the extremely popular Warhammer Quest series, and it's a fantastic adventure game set in the Mortal Realms. Eddie, what can you tell us about Darkwater?
Yeah, I mean, the Putrid Blight Kings look so good.
Place of the Warhammer Quest in the
Nurgle.
It is effectively you and a band of friends go on an adventure into the darker, more grim places within the Warhammer setting. In this particular one, you are going into the Jade Abbey.
I do like the Sigmar Nurgle models a lot more than I do the Death Guard, that's for sure.
Of Magican, of Nurgle miniatures in that box set for your heroes to fight against. So, yeah, should we have a look at some
Fantastic, yeah, let's do the model.
Let's see those
Some of these
models.
ones we have already had a chance to look at on the Warhammer community website. We've previewed a few of the heroes already. We'll have a quick rattle through some of those. But first off, this is the full box
Yeah, I mean, these obviously they're a little low res, but I do quite like the look of these
Might be raising questions
future Blight Kings.
board. Don't worry, we'll show you everything you need to know. Let's look in some detail at the miniatures. He says.
Attention
Now,
is
I mean, I can describe them here on the map for you while we wait for the next tile to come along. I'll tell you about the map while we wait for the. Oh, there we go. Thanks, save.
Yep, Manticore Knight does look really good.
Here is Edmark Valoran. He's known as the Manticore Knight, and he's essentially a warrior so arrogant he believes he's the greatest mortal warrior in the service of Sigmar, and he's looking for a quest worthy to prove those skills. So he's joined this mission into the Jade Abbey to.
Yep.
redeem it from the class.
Sounds about right.
If you want to be the supernally arrogant and expert warrior and just like wail on the enemy with a big war axe, this is the guy for you.
yeah, very cool, Mitch. We have seen this one before already, so we'll move
Absolutely.
on swiftly to some of the next heroes. Hopefully, we can have a look at. Here we are. There's another one that we have, I think, seen already, but a very cool model. So we'll just look at it for a little bit. This is Inara Scion.
Also looks very good.
She is one of the last survivors of the Jade Abbey's fall, and she has come back with the power of the realm of Gyron to try and cleanse the forces of Nurgle from her former abbey.
Out of the other characters that we've already previewed, the next one up should be. There we go. Inara's still showing off to everybody. She carries an amphora of the cleansing waters that the Jade Abbey were once famous for, and she plans to use that to restore life to the Abbey. This is Bren Tylis, the Renegade Saint. She's the descendant of a real proper saint, but she's lived her
Also
life,
very solid.
She's lived her life as a warrior mercenary, and now feels a higher call, so she's scavenged the
I like how
arms of
gaunt
her ancestor,
they made her look.
and she's joining this quest to try and make something of herself, hence taking that name, the Renegade Saint. Finally,
I think the next one that we have seen already might be your favourite of the boxes.
this is my favourite of the heroes in the box by a long way.
Yeah, it's a good. I mean, they're good-looking minis. We've seen all these guys. I really want to see those Nurgles, Nurgle warriors.
The arch enemy in Darkwater enacted a horror on his hold, flooded it with fetid waters and drove his people out. So he's on a vengeance quest. He's joined this mission into Darkwater to seek revenge for what happened to his kingdom.
Come on, show me the Nurgle.
Classic Dwarden miniature. You can't quite see it on these shots, but he does have a crossbow on his
He
back.
does, like a foldable crossbow on his back.
But
Right.
we've seen these ones already. Let's have a look at something new, shall we? Here we are. This is Helfanor the Forest.
Centaur.
This is a
Pretty fitting.
hero, so a kind of Sylvaneth-aligned follower of the god of the hunt.
Out of the heroes, it's probably my least favorite, but it still looks pretty good.
To find the biggest, scariest monster he can and kill it in the name of the god of hunting, and he has picked out the demon prince that squats at the heart of the Jade Abbey to kill. He is going to claim that head for the god of the hunt.
Fantastic. Next up, a really unusual
Ooh.
hero. I know, right? I don't know if you can hear it at home. The sort of noise that went over the crowd here was quite cool.
I think that looks pretty good.
Drasha Vaughn.
Kind of like
Drasha Vaughn. He's
I don't even know how to describe it. Beast Man, I suppose.
warriors who live in the realm of life. And he's got an interesting thing on his side. You can see the ebon claw, which gives him this power to take on a more feral and savage aspect. And he's
I do like that. That one might be my favorite. That or the dwarf.
the forces that have taken control of the Jade Abbey. His people, they live by the rivers that flow through it, and their lands are now corrupted and polluted by the sort of toxins that come out of the Jade Abbey since its fall.
Now, show me the Demon
Very
Prince.
cool. You can see him from various different angles. He was once a man, is slowly morphing into a creature of Gyron, a kind of half beast, half man.
I do like that, though. That looks pretty sick.
Hero for you then. Next up, this might be my favourite from the box. This is Jacobus Vine, the Jade
Oh,
Wizard.
I do like his weird, feral,
in
weird
Warhammer
fox
Wars,
thing.
Like 40 plus years, I think. But this is a mage from the realm of life, from the realm of Gyron. And as you can see there, he's accompanied by Spike Spirit of the realm of Gyron there. He has a little owl creature on his shoulder and a fox-like dog spirit that runs around with him.
Yeah, essentially his wooden dog called Whisper, and that's a really useful playing piece within the game. And he's got a spike owl shot on his shoulder. Yeah, he's fantastic.
Pretty cool
I
wizard.
like the fact that his feet don't touch the ground. The vines are keeping him.
I think if I was walking around in Nurgle's garden, I wouldn't want to touch the ground with my feet either, frankly. So those are the heroes. That's your choices. And when you play this game, it is a cooperative game. The idea is that you get together with a bunch of your friends and fight through against the various horrible denizens of the.
Pretty good. But show me those Nurgle.
Starting with the smallest and least scary of the monsters.
Almost cute. These are the Maya
Oh,
Kelpies.
I do like those.
Horrible demonic creatures that sort of slump around in the
They would make good like basing creatures for your more Nurgle-y chaos forces. That's for sure.
Find yourself cornered, they'll surround you and pull you down. You have to be careful about them at all times.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of made of the horrible infested fen water of the Jade Abbey that is.
Kind of gives off vibes of like Zero or the Grinch's dog with the one horn.
Oh no, sorry. Before we get there, we have the treasure token. So even the treasures in this quest
Wow.
are kind of possessed and infested, and you have to pull them from the slimy claws of a demon of Nurgle.
The one with the big eye is just adorable.
I do like that guy with the sword in his head. Very Nurgle-y.
There we are. Those are the treasure tokens. There's a couple of those in the box as well. Those represent things that you're trying to find, and I guess you're trying to.
He looks pretty chill, honestly. He looks friendly.
If you look at the symbol on the hill, I don't think that's a sword.
I don't want to touch that, really, but your heroes do because it gives them bonuses. So there you go. Next up on the monster list, though, we have the Pox Wretches. These are
So like Poxwalkers.
that have been infected by Nurgle. They are your sort of zombie equivalent, shambling hordes that move towards your heroes.
I think they look pretty good.
Individually, again, not all that scary, although certainly scarier than Maya Kelpies. But together they can drag your heroes down, and those rusted blades you definitely don't want to get stabbed by. You get quite a lot of these in the box.
Yeah, there's loads of interesting cues as well that sort of key into Nurgle and what we know about it, the sort of swollen limbs and the pustules and the buboes and things. But a thing to look for is all these walls, these circular patterns that you see on all of the war gear. That's a recurring motif throughout the Jade Abbey, and was sort of once, I guess, connected to the realm of life and the sort of the positive things you saw on the.
Very nice, very nice.
But now it's been corrupted and subverted into something entirely unpleasant.
Yeah, you can see the kind of symbol of Gaia is slowly morphing into the symbol of Nurgle there on the guy's breastplates. But there we go. That's the Pox Wretches. One step up from those are the Maggotkin of Nurgle Pestigors. Waiting. Pestigors, obviously part of Warhammer for a long time. Oh, we can hear some big fans of Pestigors in the.
Honestly, good to see more variants of the Beastmen.
Pestigor is Pestigor, as they say. So there's a whole bunch of these guys. They are sort of rotten goats.
Well, I like that guy in the top right with the skull.
And all sorts of things. And as you would imagine, these are beastmen, so they're fairly durable. They hit fairly hard. They're certainly a step up from the Pox Wretches. And if you get into a fight with too many of these, they will drag your heroes down.
Perfect. But there are bigger and more dangerous things to be found inside the Jade Abbey than these. These are the Cankerborn.
Those guys look
This
amazing.
is what it looks like. We've seen what it looks like when demons possess weapons or demons possess creatures. This is what it looks like when demons literally possess the ground. These are.
I love those guys. They're great.
Of the ground of the Jade Abbey combined with demonic essence. And you can see they've got stones and rocks in their shoulders. They've got three.
I like the 3 heads, and I love the giant sword. You know, I love that.
And extremely dangerous.
Yeah, you can see like bits of ancient sacred stone is on their back, and you can imagine that Nurgle has infested the land around them. And
Very solid.
Like structures.
So far, these are my favorite minis out of this box.
Previously been in the sort of sacred fens.
They go for that more eerie look that I like for my Nurgle.
By Nurgle. You can see the heads are quite reminiscent of a plague bearer, but these guys stand almost like 50% again taller than a normal plague bearer. They've got a kind of triple head, 3 eyes in the symbol of Nurgle. They are a pretty formidable foe for your heroes to face.
Very good, very good.
Next, I think is probably going to get the biggest reaction. Here is my hunch after we've seen these.
Yep, there we
These
go.
are the Blight Templars.
Yeah, so this
They
is
look
an
amazing.
unit of Maggotkin. They are effectively the former Templar defenders of the Jade Abbey, fallen to the plagues of Nurgle, so very well armored.
They look so good.
Very durable. You know, knights of Nurgle, effectively. And these are some of the toughest troops your guys are going to face as you.
I do like the way they painted their armor as well.
Absolutely. And who leads the Blight Templars?
Oh,
My favourite model in the set.
that, you know what? That's probably my favorite model in the set, too. Damn, that looks good.
This is Molgoth the Cleaver, and he is an officer amongst the Blight Templars. There's a lot to talk about here, but essentially, think of him as a a superior henchman level character, which your heroes are going to really struggle to fight.
I mean, the pose is just—it's so simple but so effective. He just looks
This is a phenomenally cool.
crazy.
Very surprised if we didn't see some painters do some wonderful things with this. I think anything Nurgle immediately lends itself to a lovely paint scheme if you've got the time. Some of the things.
I want that model.
Arm with the symbol of Gyron on it, that huge.
I want to use that as like a Chaos Lord for my Chaos Space Marines.
He's got antlers there as well. That's kind of a recurring theme across some of these Nurgle miniatures. Is the corruption of the realm of Gyron, which previously would have had, antlers would have been a symbol of the hunter god Kurnoth, but they've all been corrupted in the name.
Yeah, I mean that's the best model so far.
Fantastic. Where do we go from here? This is Balhu, the shaman. He's the nominal leader of the Pestigor.
Also looks good. Not as good as the Cleaver,
Beyond Darkwater.
but very good
He looks like a
nonetheless.
very unpleasant character. He's going to be leading those Pestigor. Also gives a little bit of magical trouble for your heroes to have to deal with. He's one of the sort of end-of-level bosses, I guess, almost within Warhammer Quest that you've got to overcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's
Still
more.
solid. I like him holding the heart.
Disturbing model in the set.
Wow.
It's just super gross.
It gets worse the longer you look at it. This is Belga the Sith Witch. So within the Jade Abbey, back when it was a
Wow. I mean, yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
there was an order of sisters that maintained the sacred waters there, and she was a jealous and grasping lady who wanted more power than she was due, and so she sided with the coup
Ugh.
that eventually froze the Jade Abbey down.
Very gross, but what's what I want from my
Her
Nurgle.
reward, she has an enormous maggoty body that appears from underneath her. It's just absolutely abhorrent. There are two more sisters also in the body if you look carefully. This is completely repugnant in absolutely the best.
Yeah, I mean, it plays into that body horror that I like for Nurgle.
But there's more that's not quite finished yet. Last up, we
Wow.
have the leader of the forces of Nurgle, the Gelgus Hust, who is a demon prince of Nurgle, squatting.
Yeah, that looks fantastic as well.
Forces, a former Templar,
The faces and the sword. Oh,
risen to demonhood for infesting the Jade Abbey in the name of Nurgle. An absolutely horrible but still phenomenal.
that is a great model.
I mean, everything about this guy just screams like superior, like boss character. He's enormous, he's powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Warhammer Quest tends to have great models, but
You're a collector
that's a damn good model.
in general, you're going to be very excited to have them in your collection too. Right. So we've talked at some length about the different miniatures that you find inside the set. It's all really just an incredible selection of models for you to.
The YouTube stream seems to be a little off the cuff,
Look at some of the other things that come inside it.
little off kilter, I suppose.
So there's the box. I mean, that's usually put it all back in at the end of the night. So this book here is your map for when you're playing Warhammer.
Ah.
It's an incredible map of the next image. It looks like when you open it up. Every scenario inside the game is a different spread within this map.
You know, that's probably a fair point. Like they are not,
Gaming night is you
they're not in a starter set, so they probably went a little crazier with these guys,
scenario you're playing, you lay your map down, and you are
which
immediately.
makes sense. These are like more explicitly the bad guys. Not saying that the Death Guard are nice; they definitely aren't. But
To really get a sense of how this
yeah, those models much better than the 40k Death
box,
Guard.
so I'm going to run off for 1 second, grab that, and Adam will tell you all about it.
So I will narrate for a moment while Eddie goes and gets the box.
But I mean, I really want that Cleaver guy with the huge arm. I want him for my Chaos Army.
So while Eddie opens that up, he might be able to show you some of the frames that come in it, as well as the sort of the materials to do with the gaming aid. So there we go. We've got the camera on it now. So this is the frame that all the heroes come on. So you see they're all sort of easy to build models, as in they're relatively simple to put together. The heroes come on sort of
Excuse me.
beige color frame. So if you don't want to paint your models before you play your first game, you don't have to.
Admittedly, if I ever collected Death Guard, I would make them out of
Bony color.
Maggotkin of Nurgle.
Yeah, so Eddie's got the frame which has got the sort of the character villains on it. On the back of Gelgus' bust, he has folded flywheel.
Oh yeah, he's a winged demon prince. That's so cool.
Deep inside the box, there's a second box, and that's where all of the sort of material for
Playing the game goes.
so it's got it's full of cards and things. On the right-hand side of the screen now,
It's definitely a cool box. I think the villains look way better than the heroes. The heroes look good, don't get me wrong, but
set up a map for playing the game. If you've ever spent hours hunting around for the right tile, this is going to make your games night with your friends and family.
that's honestly pretty effective.
The crowd is responding really quite warmly to this. Each of these is an entirely different scenario and situation, which means you've got hours and hours.
Yeah, Warhammer Quest, as per usual, pretty sick.
As you delve through the Jade Abbey and attempt to deliver it from the.
I don't know if I'm going to pick up the whole box, but I'm definitely getting some of those Nurgle models.
Right.
You know what, Adam? All of this Nurgle stuff has just got me in the mood for some Age of Sigmar Nurgle.
You want to look at some Age of Sigmar
I just
stuff?
wish there was more than just the Nurgle stuff that was in that box.
Why don't we see what's next?
Looks like we're getting more Putrid Blight Kings. Maybe I'm starting my next Sigmar army sooner than I thought.
Screen waiting for the next. Actually, we're going to take a technical break for 2 minutes, and we'll be right back.
Technical break? I think that's a fair take. I think the dwarf is my favorite. Either him or the sort of beast guy who's got like the ebon claw that's turning him into a monster. I like him. But yeah, the cleaver. I think the demon prince looks really good. I like the what are they called? I feel bad for already forgetting, but the giant plague bearers look awesome. I think they'd make great like chaos spawn if you want to use them 40k. You'd have to base him up a little bit, but that Demon Prince would work great for Death Guard, I think. Especially since he has wings, which explains away the power packs, since winged Demon Princes don't really wear power packs. Overall, sick reveals, and it looks like we're getting more Putrid Blight Kings. I should be saying Maggotkin of Nurgle. I really like Putrid Blight Kings, so I keep saying that, but if we're getting more, I'm happy for that. They haven't had their, not Codex, what Codex Putrid, Maggotkin of Nurgle. Oh, the Manticore Knight does look good. I think he gets a very good balance of that knightly aesthetic with a lot of that high fantasy that you expect. In terms of the heroes, it probably goes like Dwarf, Dwarf, Beast Man, Wizard, Manticore Knight, Saint, and then the Lady of the Lake. Not the Lady of the Lake, but you know what I mean. That's my ranking. And then at the bottom is the Centaur. I think the Centaurs from Underworlds looked really good. That guy looked more. I had noticed they're definitely having more issues on this one. I think it's because they're doing it at a new venue. I think this is, it's not where they usually do this sort of reveal show, but I don't know. Not my problem. Well, my hair looks really weird today. What do you guys think I should paint this rhino? It's for my Alpha Legion, so I'm going to paint it up in not Alpha Legion colors. I was thinking maybe Heresy Era Salamanders. Maybe Ultramarines. And including some sneaky hints to its actual allegiance. Come on. I want to see these new Nurgle models, and then I want to see whatever we've got in store for 40k. I don't know. I mean, there's the rumors of that Chaos Command Squad going around, and I'd love that, because I really do like command squads, like for the Raveners, for the Imperial Guard. I like Company Heroes. I love all that stuff. So, like, if we're getting, some real Chaos Command Squad, I'm down with that. We saw the Pale Spear. Oh, well. It's probably mostly going to be Legionaries, my Alpha Legion Legionaries, but sometimes Chosen, depending on what detachment I'm running. So I guess if I really wanted to, I could be petty and make it Raven Guard. Yeah, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, that'd be sick. Come on. Get back to the show already. I guess the opposite to Alpha Legion would be like World Eaters. You know, like you go from the subtle subterfuge to just like screaming insanely loud and running at people. You know, that could work. Also, it would be good if I'm ever running like Havocs in here, and it's like the complete opposite. You know, you've got your melee Berserkers versus potential Havocs in the Rhino. It's a good looking kit, but my god, Rhinos are just kind of annoying to put together. Like, I did not have this much trouble putting together my Chimeras for my Imperial Guard. Oh, you know what? I guess we could do a little unboxing. Here's my, the last minis I needed for... Wow, that's really loud. Let me just turn this down. This was the last minis I needed for the Chaos Space Marine video I'm doing. Where's my hobby knife? Right there. We don't have anything better to do. What have you guys been working on in terms of like hobby stuff? Let's see. I don't want to give too much away, so I'm not going to show everything off, but it just gives me something to talk about while we wait for these technical difficulties to end. Sorry if it's a little loud. Like, I swear to God, their audio is super inconsistent right now. Which is strange. They usually have pretty good audio for these live streams. Well, this is... Okay. Little bloodletter, and then... Oh, wow, these models are... Minis are one piece. Nice. Well, a bunch of Chaos models. Can't really see them because they're in their plastic bags, but pretty nice. Nah, I feel that on the L-shaped ruins. I really want city fighting to make a comeback. You remember Codex City Fight? That was a really weird thing to call a Codex, but I think it was 4th edition. Or was it 3rd? It was City Fight. I don't know. It was one of those two. Nah, that's sick. I mean, I've got some... Do I have... No, they're in my closet. I do have some... what are they called? Well, some Alpha Legion that I painted up in some classic colors for, like, 5th edition, because I have, you know... I have some fond memories of 5th edition, even though it's one of those things where it's like every edition, people are like, wow, that was the worst edition of all time. I like 5th edition, though. That was where I played a lot of my first games. This is really taking forever. But that's cool. I do enjoy looking back on Warhammer. Hey, lucky you. I do enjoy really dense boards that make something very thematic. You know, I love Crusade and stuff like that, so I love more out there terrain like City Fighter, Cities of Death. And sorry if there's a slight desync between when you're sending message and when I reply. It's just like the nature of live streaming. Anyways, hopefully this comes back. I think it's been a little longer than 2 minutes. But I don't know. I guess I can assemble these while I wait. Because they'll be painted up for a video. I'm probably gonna... Will I record this video tomorrow? I do have a little bit of stuff I need to do tomorrow, but nothing too major. Okay, not sponsored or anything, but if you guys are ever looking for 3D printed models, Mad Max Minis on Etsy does a great job. Some of the highest quality I can even fathom. There's the base. This is more of a base topper. Do I have 40 mils around? I think I have some 40 mil bases around. No, these are all 32s. Jeez. Come on. Get the stream back up and running. I don't know where my 40s are. I know I have at least a few 40 mil bases. Maybe here? Here is my boxes of random hobby goods. Here's a Monopose 40. Cypher's on a 40 mil base, right? I guess that's a spoiler. I'm painting up a Cypher proxy. Cypher's model's really good. It's just like I like this model and I wanted it for my video. These technical difficulties are lasting a while, huh? Sure hope nothing like happened. I mean, let's look them up. Cypherwapedia. No reason we can't. What else are we gonna do? Cypher's on a 32 millimeter? Huh? No, I need to check. Cypher Warhammer. Cypherwarhammer.com. Such a great model. I do love this model. Cypher makes the best and is applied with 32 mil base. Okay, well, I won't be using this then. I do have 32s. I have a million 32s. Alright, let's go back here. Put this back to full screen so we have some background music. Damn fine model. Very, very comic booky. It's hard. I don't want to show off too much because it's for a video. But I have my super glue and stuff, so I can set them up for that. I guess that's the price I pay. Okay. Oops, wrong tube. Where's my super glue? Come on, man. When's the stream coming back? Here it is. Whoops, jeez. Come on. It is weird to me that Cypher's on a 32 mil. He came out in 7th edition. By that point, we were like past the era of everything being on a base size too small. But I guess Cypher's pose is pretty hunched in, so. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. I'm putting him on a 40. I know technically now he's not game legal, but fuck it. I don't care. Also, he's a lone operative. It doesn't really make a difference if he's on a 42 millimeter base. And also, this model's 3D printed, so I'm not bringing it to any official Warhammer tournaments anyways. I want to do it like this? I guess so. And then I can plop it on top that, I guess. Oh, I suppose. I mean, I know this is a weird stream because I'm just sitting here building models, but what am I supposed to do? I feel like it's been about 10 minutes of technical difficulties. Like, come on, tighten up. Every time the music ends, I'm like, are we finally back? No. No, we are not back. Actually does line up pretty perfectly. There's just the weird tapering that these bases do. I could put a little dot of super glue in there. Why not? Just make sure that's really in there. I will have to leave this model on its back while that dries, though. I don't want that dust getting on my desk, even though it's completely washable. Yeah, I know. No, my dice. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Simply preposterous. Admittedly, this model has such a different stance. If it was closer to the actual model, I'd put him on 32, but whatever. I guess I'll build the other one while I wait. Looks like a piece here failed to print, or maybe not. No, it definitely did. Not the end of the world, though, really. I bet I could reach out to him and just let him know, but I'm not gonna like press him about it. The guy who I bought these from. Hello there, Chris. I wish we were watching reveals, but right now I'm just building models because technical difficulties. Oh wait, let me check what base do I want you on. Yeah, this is a 32. Just a little bit more detailed, and I'm not going to bring this model with me anywhere, so. Ah, God damn it. Pardon my French and saying the Lord's name in vain. This has really taken a while. Well, that super glue dries. Let's do that. Gotta throw my hands up. Very frustrating. You know what's funny? I'd be like, oh, I'll be right back, and I'd stand up and it would immediately start again, so I can't even leave. Not that I'd want to. I already had a little bit of a snack before this and some water, so. Yeah, definitely more than 2 minutes. You got that right. It's been probably 10, 15, if not pushing 20. Oh, that's an interesting looking blood letter, that's for sure. Oh! What did I say? I guess we're back. This is just the trailer they did earlier, but I'll take anything at this point. This base, this base even has a mag control in it. Hopefully we're back for the rest of the stream. I'm going to finish putting this model together. Yeah, stream working jump scare, actually. I'm lucky I didn't spray super glue all over my shirt.
Everybody, hopefully we are back alive on the stream.
Are you hearing this?
We have thank you very much for staying with us through the technical difficulties. We have just seen the incredible new Warhammer Quest Darkwater, and we're going to move swiftly on, as quickly as we can, to the rest of our amazing miniatures coming up soon.
We're staying in the mortal realms of more Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Let's roll the next slide.
Finally.
Here we go. So, we've seen Darkwater. What would be cool after all those fantastic...
They need to fix their mics.
We've had a bit more Maggotkin of Nurgle.
Yeah, I mean, what is happening? At least the stream's back. Okay, I mean, it makes sense. They revealed the Pestigors. Oh. Oh, no. They look so good. I'm going to start a Maggotkin of Nurgle. Yep, new Putrid Blight Kings. Don't look as good. That's a shame. Is this Epidemius? No, Festus. I mean, it looks good overall.
What a fantastic reveal of new...
Fix your mics!
What a fantastic reveal of new Maggotkin of Nurgle for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. The crowd really received some of those things in an excited way. Eddie, let's start breaking down what we just saw.
Absolutely. So this is an enormous new expansion for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Maggotkin of Nurgle. There are loads of new kits. This is the largest release of Maggotkin of Nurgle we've had really since the...
Pestigors do look really good.
Come out. Let's start off with the Pestigors. This is even more Pestigors coming out.
I wish the audio wasn't
that
awful.
Coming out in the Warhammer Quest Darkwater. These are different kits. This is a multi-part plastic kit. You can make them in loads of different ways, and they are just as gross and weird and goat-like as you would hope a Pestigor unit would be.
Yeah, fantastic. And you can see sort of all the hallmarks you'd expect from Pestigor, the horrible distended flesh and lesions and buboes and things. And it's a perfect unit to sacrifice in battle as you're trying to win glory for Nurgle.
Absolutely. If you ever wonder what it looked like if you shave a very ill goat and give it a halberd and then send it...
Pestigors look
this is
good.
exactly what that looks like.
Perfect.
I want to see the new Blight Kings, though. We only got a glimpse of
But
them.
they're not the only new infantry models that we saw in this tranche of reveals. I'm really excited by the next one. We have the Rot Swords. He says a little early. There we go. These are the Rot Swords, which are a line infantry unit for the Maggotkin of Nurgle.
They look so good. What?
In a Nurgle force. They are incredibly
Okay, they're trying to fix the audio, and now I can't hear it.
absolutely take a beating and people fight through it.
Yeah, this is your battle line unit effectively for Maggotkin of Nurgle. There's a nice...
These guys look so good. Like, so good. These guys effectively look more like the old Blight Kings than the new ones do, which I might be fine with. Because they're big. They're big. I think these guys are going to be like the current Blight Kings, and the new Blight Kings are going to be beefier, which is crazier to say. Oh my goodness, they look so good. They look too good. It's not even fair. And then you look at Death Guard, and it's like, what the... I hate Death Guard. Yeah, no, I mean, it's good to get more Nurgle stuff for anyone playing Mordheim, that's for sure. I wish they would fix the gosh darn audio.
We saw more than just these. The next unit on the way are the Putrid Blight Kings. We've been familiar with Putrid Blight Kings for a while.
Okay, I like them. They're not as armored as the old ones, but they feel more lordly in a way, which actually I think works. Especially like the guy in the middle with the arms up. They feel more like a command unit than an infantry unit, that's for sure.
There's a theme across a lot of the Maggotkin of Nurgle, which is the corruption of the realm of life, and you see that there with those mutated...
And the huge antlers. You know what? Yeah. Slam dunk. Another slam dunk for Sigmar. Not surprising. If you guys don't play Sigmar, give it a shot. I love it. It's also way cheaper to collect than 40k. Their spearheads are still $140.
Next up, I think, is my favourite. This is a new cavalry unit for the Maggotkin of Nurgle.
I like the guy on the left. The rest, wah. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Maybe they are just Magic players.
This is the shock cavalry unit. They are effectively Nurgle Chaos Knights. They've got some really tasty rules in game. They don't have any Chaos Knights with. Everyone's made any.
They just can't get this audio right. Every time they change it, it just gets worse. I like that guy. That guy is really good.
These hit like an absolute freight train when they come out as well. There's this fantastic looking unit. But it's fair to say the main event of this release
Festus.
got to be Festus, the Leech Lord.
I like his big maggot or worm. Kind of looks like a graboid from like Tremors.
Fully imbued as a demon prince of Nurgle, riding an enormous slug-like creature. He's just foul.
Yeah, so this is a character that we've known for quite a long time. He plays an important role in the forces of Nurgle during the end times and has been blessed by the powers of Nurgle. He's been given an enormous leech. So now the kind of Leech Lord makes sense. You've got a couple of alternate face options there. You can have Happy Leech Lord or Sad Leech Lord if you want it.
And if you want to know what to call his mount, it's called Gathoblights.
Gathoblights, oh that's cool. He's got some very cool rules in game as well. He's able to, both through magic and in combat, basically suck the power out of nearby enemy units, power himself up, heal himself. It's just a really useful leader, really useful piece for your...
Yeah, the maggot can look
Again,
good.
this is a really good candidate for a painter as well. Loads of lovely details on the back there. He's brought his kind of weird collection of concoctions and putrid things with him. Sits right at home.
The rot swords are the highlight here, in my opinion.
Fantastic. And where might one learn about all of these exciting new models?
The great question.
Their rules? Well, it will come as no surprise. There will be a new Chaos.
Oh,
Zone,
look at that
Dragon
artwork.
Of Nurgle. This is everything you need to understand all their lore and the stories and things that surround them, but also
The maggot can do looks so good.
Yeah, absolutely. More than one new book on it. Oh, sorry, there's something else here. So we've also got some regiments of renown alongside the battle tome. There are several regiments of renown you can use inside the new battle tome. One of them is going to be made available as a new box set. This is a pustule. There's also a new spearhead, which has, amongst other things, loads of Nurglings in.
yeah, absolutely. Anybody here play Spearhead?
Spearhead's really
Playing a
fun.
lot of Spearhead back in our office. I'm quite enjoying it. And this one gives you just a gibbering horde of little Nurglings that turn loose on the enemy. We're quite excited by it.
If you get a bunch of 40 mil bases, that's like
There's
12
another book on the
Nurglings.
way. Eddie, what is Blighted Wilds?
So we have another narrative expansion for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, a Path to Glory book, and this effectively allows you to play games in the Blighted Wilds, which is within the realm of Gyron that has been infested by the forces of Nurgle. So you can play through either as the forces of Nurgle trying to corrupt it, or as the forces trying to drive back or pull back the Plague Father's Legion.
Fantastic. Whew, there we go. That was our Warhammer Age of Sigmar segment.
Was it?
How we doing? Right. So, we're going to take a little bit of a change of pace now and show you something that we're very excited about that you're going to see more of in the next year. So 2026 is looking very good. If you like cool Warhammer animations, let's...
Oh yeah,
have a
here
look
we go.
ahead.
Sizzle reel for Warhammer Plus.
This is my only chance to atone.
Harvest Lighter, shout out.
What were those things?
Eldari. We shall risk everything for this.
How do we fight ghosts?
Then this war will last forever. Begin the ritual.
Bellacore.
The next wave of greenskins will soon reach our world.
Iron Hands Terminators, I think those were.
The Emperor will see us through this.
That was a Nerf Rapid Strike that he was holding. Did you see that? That was funny.
We will not abandon these souls. You have my word.
Ooh, that was a Chaos Marine. He looks confused.
Merciful Emperor.
One of those looked like Astartes kind of animation, so I think we will see Astartes 2 next year. There's only Warhammer Plus.
That was really cool.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really
Some
enjoyed
cool
that.
looking animations.
We saw loads of like snippets from forthcoming animations for Warhammer Plus. Eddie, give us some insight into some of what we saw.
Yeah, so we're not going to go into too much detail today in terms of the names of some of those things, the titles of them, but we can tell you some of the things about them. These are new animations on their way from Warhammer Plus very soon. There's some factions we absolutely saw there. We've got some Sisters of Battle, Order of the Sacred Rose. There's some Eldari on the way. Aeronautica Imperialis make an appearance. There's some Orcs. There's a couple of Space Marines in the mix there. We've also got the finale of the current season of Black Talon on its way very soon with Be'lakor and Eternus up to their mischievous, devious tricks again. Also in that, we've got to see some of the incredible behind-the-scenes work that people do.
That was the thing I thought was really exciting, was seeing the incredible amount of effort and talent that's going into these shows to make them so good, right? When we saw sort of the orchestra playing the score and then the voice actress performing the lines, really gives you a sense of how much work's going into these shows.
Yeah, there's a lot of very talented people doing a lot of very good work there, and we kind of make sure to kind of push the quality.
Broke off its
to make
face.
sure that Warhammer can be the best it can be.
Fantastic. All of these shows will be coming to Warhammer Plus in 2026, right?
So Black Talon will be on its way before that. That's going to be
Great.
released this year, and then the rest of those shows are on their way in 26.
Fantastic. And I'm just going to press you a little bit. When the camera panned out and you saw the desks with the monitors, those were Space Marine Terminators.
They did look like Space Marine Terminators.
Is that a clue for Astartes 2?
I mean, it could be. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm probably too excited. Right. So that was fun. If you want to watch all of those shows and loads more besides, Warhammer Plus is where you'll find them all. So we need to go now to the Age of Darkness and the Horus Heresy.
Heresy time. Custodes, presumably.
Fantastic. So we've got some exciting things coming down the road for the Horus Heresy very soon. Here are our first reveals. We are looking at the
new
Legion of
Cataphracti,
Astartes
yeah.
Siege Assault Battle Group. What is a Siege
Looks
Assault
so
Battle
much
Group, I
better.
hear you
I
say?
like this design
Well,
way more.
We can explain it.
This is effectively a new box set with loads of new miniatures and a couple of returning ones as well. Let's have a look at some of the models. To start off with, we have the much anticipated
The breachers do look
Mark
awesome.
III Legion Breacher Squad. This is your Space Marines in iron armor with enormous big shields and all sorts of specialist breaching weapons.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that iron armor is the greatest mark of armor ever invented, and that breaches are the greatest type of Space Marines ever invented. But these ones are just for me.
These are just for you. You've got all the things you would want.
Graviton, las cutter.
Of course, got
It's perfect.
shields and bolt guns.
They look
You've
perfect.
also got grab guns in there, cutters for getting through there, bits to make your start.
I also like their slightly different
Need
helmets.
From a Legion Breacher Squad.
Yeah, fantastic. Backing them up in their mission to launch Siege Assault, we have the very welcome new Cataphracti Terminators.
Oh, they look so much better.
Yeah. This is two kits on their way for Cataphracti Terminators. You've got this one we can see right now with Volkite Chargers and Power Balls, and there is also a kit on the way with Combi Bolters and Power Fists. Both of these kits also include upgrades for things like heavy weapons, you've got heavy flamers, autocannons, that sort of thing. And these Cataphracti are now scaled in line with the rest of the Horus Heresy range so that they tower over anybody wearing power armor.
God, they just look so much better.
Fantastic. And I think one of the more popular marks of Terminator armor as well is Cataphracti.
Yeah, certainly up there. Also
my
in this
favorite,
box
but
set,
it's
you
good.
have a Leviathan Siege Dreadnought. He isn't new, but he is awesome. He comes with these guys in the box as well. The miniatures will also be available separately as well. So if for some reason you didn't want a Leviathan Dreadnought in your life, it should be crazy. If you didn't want it, you can get these Terminators and the Breacher Squad separately as well.
Fantastic. So all of these things are united by their like of sieging. It's not the only new kit or box set coming along for the Horus Heresy.
The
There
pile
is
of shame
more.
grows.
It's
May
not
we
just about
introduce-
Space Marines.
May we introduce you to the Mechanicum Skitarii Battle Group. The stuff in here is mind-blowing. I remember seeing it for the first time and just being absolutely...
Is that a
like,
new?
blown
I mean,
away
that's
by
a
it.
new
Let's
plastic.
break down what comes in this set. First are the... Yep. First
Wow,
are the
those look
Skitarii
sharp.
Battle Pilgrim Corpus. These are the predecessors to the Skitarii legions that you might know from Warhammer 40,000. At the time of the Horus Heresy, the Mechanicum splits. You end up with two fabricated generals, and the Skitarii at that time split under each of those fabricated generals. The ones that side with the War Master under Kelbal Hal go real dark.
Yeah, they like blood. They come from the planet named after the god of war, so it's no surprise really that they do like shedding blood. So certainly the traitor Skitarii go a bit off.
Do you see the combi bolters and
even
power
the loyalist
fists?
ones at
It's
this
just
point
a
are still savage,
small visual thing, but that's
warrior
funny.
pilgrims of Mars. They are.
They look pretty good. I do like them with their
They're
big,
quite a different beast, aren't they? And you can
long
see
legs.
in the weapons and things that they carry how different they are. This is their leader, is the Battle Pilgrim Marshal.
Yeah, really nice multi-part.
Very
fight.
sharp,
You can see some of
very
the
sharp.
options. You've got. I'm not even sure what the weapons are called, but you've got a stabby one, a punchy one, and a zappy one.
I mean, that's pretty much exactly what he's got. If you are looking for more details on it, he's got.
Even the servos.
well, if they collected a better faction, it wouldn't be a problem. So.
There's also
Nah, I kid.
another.
I'm just not the biggest Skitarii
Voltrak
fan.
Stratos
That looks
Automata, which is available to the Skitarii Battle Pilgrims. It's a grav unit, which is pushing the edges of what's allowed in technology. And if you're familiar with the Warhammer 40,000 range, you know what some of these things end up becoming.
Yeah, it's very
Absolutely.
feated
So
bloat drone.
This can go into battle alongside your Skitarii, or you can include it in wider Mechanicum army. The Skitarii themselves can be fielded almost as a self-contained force, but they can also slot in quite happily into a wider Mechanicum army. So this is a great little expansion if you've already pledged yourself to Mars, to one of the various fabricator generals. This is a welcome expansion.
There's going to be some fun new things to learn about these guys as well. They've got weapons that I wasn't familiar with the name of at this when I discovered them.
I think they look good. I like them.
Volt lock weapons, so volt lock pistols, volt lock arquebuses, and they are. It's more of that like weird esoteric Martian technology that perhaps the wider Imperium hasn't got its hands on and doesn't understand.
It's either a little bit heretical, or Mars just really likes it and doesn't want to share.
Yeah, absolutely. All of the rules and the lore behind these models will be contained in the Steel Hand of Mars, which is a new journal Tactica, which will be coming out for the Horus Heresy 2.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I could definitely see that in them. It's just like faux Death Guard.
His pistol was a Volt Lock pistol, for the record. And yeah, I think if you...
Because I mean, if you look at it, right, those missiles up there, heavy blight launchers.
Models for your Horus Heresy collection. This is a really welcome addition, right? That helps you build out your...
Absolutely. So yeah, Heresy fans getting a lot of stuff on the way very soon. Staying in the Age of Darkness, we have a few more things.
But perhaps a little
But a little
smaller.
bit smaller.
There we go. Any Legions Imperialis fans in the room? There we go. So if you like your Heresy small
Haven't
or just
played
far
Imperialis,
away, then can we
bet it's
introduce you
fun.
in the Saturnine Battle Group? Earlier in the year, that was a nice sort of murmur that went across the room. Earlier in the year, we had Saturnine released, which was the new sort of box set for the Horus Heresy. This is the Saturnine models.
Tiny Saturnines. They're cute.
We've put a model from the big Heresy range alongside it, so you can get a sense of the scale, because these are chunky models. You've got the Saturnine.
Oh, come on. What the... I'm gonna go insane.
Alongside it, so you can get a sense alongside it, so you can get a sense of the scale, because these are chunky models. You've got the Saturnine Terminators. Here you can see the Saturnine Command Squad.
Oh my god, this stream is just a nightmare. Okay, here we go.
It's plasma cannon. If you're curious about how this stacks up against your Warhammer the Horus Heresy Dreadnought, it's about the same size as this plasma cannon. But the advantage, of course, in Legions Imperialis is that you can field entire formations of these guys, right? So you can have an entire Saturnine army.
That's a new version of
hundreds
the
Terminators on the battlefield.
Yeah, also inside the Saturnine...
The autocannons from
you
Saturn.
Get, some other great additions. You get the Mastodon and the Arachnid Weapon Platform and Vindicators. All the things you need to have a really great sort of central force. Do you want to unleash the technology gifted by Vulcan on the enemy?
Yeah, the Arachnid Weapon Platform is worth calling out some new guns it's got, now that it's in Legions Imperialis scale. Along with the quad autocannons, there is also the option for twin Punisher cannon and
the Orias heavy frag missile launcher.
Yes, so loads of different choices to put on your weapon platforms to kill whatever your opponent happens to putting down on the battlefield.
And they look really cool when you get these panning shots.
They do.
Goodness. So, there's more for Legions Imperialis. There is an absolute deluge. This is the Legionis Astartes Combined Arms Battle Group. it's all stuff you've seen before. We won't linger on it too long, other than to say this is a great way of getting a whole bunch of Space Marines.
Big
for
chunk
your,
of
League
mini
of Superheroes
Marines.
games. Like units and tanks and vehicles and all of the good stuff.
It's kind of an army in a box, or certainly a small army, or a very easy way to expand. This is also a box on its way for Solar Auxilia, doing a very similar sort of thing. Loads of different units. You've got some super heavy, some infantry, some scout units, some Ogrins, all sorts of stuff.
Perfect. Now, let's talk about super heavies for a moment. My favourite tank in the Horus Heresy, maybe in the entire Warhammer universe, is the
Fellblade and
Space
Glaive,
Marine,
going to
medium
mini,
size
makes sense.
Fellblade. Here it is. It comes as like a 2-for kit. The other thing inside that kit we just saw is the Glaive super heavy.
I like a Volkite. I like the Glaive.
Are you a Glaive guy?
I'm a
Yeah.
Glaive guy.
Fantastic.
There are
It is
more
very
super
cute.
heavy tanks on their way for the Space Marines as well as the Fellblade and the Glaive. There is a second kit on its way, which
Falchion.
makes a Falchion super heavy tank, and also a brand new super heavy tank that we've never seen before. The Ascalon super heavy tank with the largest tank portable flamer in the Age of Darkness.
Yeah, that you just really want to burn somebody at this point, don't you?
That's like the
So anything
Malkador,
inside
like
Flame
3
Legion,
Malkador
yeah,
furnaces put together.
For scale.
So yeah, the Legion's Imperialis collectors, they're just eating well right now.
They're eating good. They're eating good.
Great. So, there's got to be a book to provide you with all the rules and lore about all of these things that we just showed you. You'll find that in Journal Strategia of the Ruin of the Salamanders. If you really like salamanders, don't look too close to the cover because that is an Iron Warrior's Fellblade driving over your mates. Sorry.
Someone's going to lose. Sorry, Salamanders.
Right, so we're not quite done in the Age of Darkness. We need to take a tiny detour as we talk about something like new and interesting. If you've been enjoying reading and discovering.
My God, man. This stream is just plagued with problems. Plagued with them.
The Horus Heresy series. We're introducing here for the first time a new volume in it is Horus Rising. What is the Horus Heresy saga, I hear you ask? It is 12 volumes which have been selected by the Black Library to take you through the Horus Heresy. Otherwise, you're facing like 54 books.
Okay.
And so what this does is it includes sort of the main story arc of the Heresy and a lot of those main events. So things like Ispan 3, Ispan 5, the betrayal at Calth, Prospero, loads of these
So, like,
key
the
events
main,
that you really need to understand to
key points
make
of
your
the
way through
Heresy.
the whole of the Horus Heresy. Eddie's holding a copy of the hardback book right now. If you're in the room, come and have a look at the end of the show. It's a beautiful volume, fantastic new artwork. There'll be a paperback edition coming in the future afterwards as well. These are intended for people who maybe a lot of us in this room have probably followed the Horus Heresy for years, right? But if you're new and you want to know where to start, well, this is a fantastic starting point. Horus Rising is one of the most popular books in all of the Black Library, and it's exciting to see it in a new imprint.
I'm going to see if we can get some shots of this.
There we go. Exciting. Right. I guess the thing to talk about with Horus Rising is this is kind of the book that like launched the Horus Heresy into the fame and the notoriety.
It really is.
with
There's a lot of
today.
Horus Heresy books.
Ooh,
I'm not even
there
close
we
to
go.
like even.
we go.
I've barely dipped
the
my
cover art
toes
is
in.
fantastic. Horus Lupercal looks like a really swell guy.
I would follow him, definitely.
I think
The cover art is great.
It's
I
all
love
gonna turn out
Abaddon
just
in the
fine.
background and Horus looking great in his white armor.
Who wouldn't trust that guy? Fantastic. Right. So we are moving on now. We've been to the Age of Darkness. Let's return for a moment to the old world if we can.
They're holding on to these 40k reveals.
So,
I guess it makes sense. It's probably going to be all the
video.
end of edition stuff.
The enemy are at the walls.
In more Grand Cathay, which is good because Grand Cathay goes hard.
Now is the time for every citizen to take up arms. The great mages of the Celestial Court stand
I like that
with
little
us.
raven guy.
Together, we defend our homeland. This great bastion has stood for 3,000 years. It shall not fall today.
just more Grand Cathay, and they even just like they look sick. It's no surprise. Cannoneers, horse-mounted guy. I really do want to play Old World.
That's pretty cool. Yes. So, Warhammer the Old World, obviously, has come back. We've gone back to the world that was. It's been a lot of fun for those of us who have gone there. One of the huge stories
Yeah, I mean,
of Warhammer the Old World,
Grand
has been,
Cathay.
Cathay,
I think
which is an army we've
splitting it
never
up into two
previously had a
waves
chance to
makes
visit.
sense.
We had
But I love
that
Grand Cathay.
army released in the not too distant past, and very exciting release. And this is a huge expansion for that faction. There's loads of good stuff on the way, including Astromancers of the Celestial Court.
So until now, if you've been using a Grand Cathay army, you've been a little bit limited for your choices of spellcasters on the battlefield. Your wizard options. So the Astromancers provide you with a foot wizard and a mounted wizard, so you can include them in your units, or have them deploying around the battlefield where you need them most, and provide you with some much-needed magical backup.
Yeah. Multi-part plastic kit as well. It's
I like the
really
Raven guy.
cool.
He's funny. I want
Have a
him.
look at the different heads and staffs and hands and things that they can.
I want him as like a
Got really
familiar.
adorable Onyx Crowman as well,
He does have a little crow man with him.
which is a familiar if you were wondering what it does in the game. Right. Now, in the narrative of what's taking place
Peasant levy.
in the Old World right now, a lot of the army of Grand Cathay has deployed to the Old World proper to help reinforce against the hordes of chaos, which are massing in the north, and that leaves the peasant levies the responsibility of manning the Great Bastion. And so that's what we have here is some of the peasant levy. These are just ordinary citizen soldiers called to arms. Here you can see them with bows. There's not been a lot of missile units in Grand Cathay except for its artillery pieces until now, so these are a really welcome unit. We've also got them with spears if you want.
In game terms, this also.
We haven't gotten to 40k news yet. Expect it probably after Grand Cathay here. I think.
Your Jade Warriors, which are really the elite.
Yeah, I think the 40k should be next because we've had Sigmar, Heresy, Old World.
Or just to die so that other units
so I think 40k is next. We did get True Scale Cataphracti, so if you want to use those for Terminators, there you go. That's some 40k news.
The armies of Grand Cathay. There are 2 new missile units on the way as part of this reinforcement set. The first is the Iron Hell Gunners. The forges of Nangao have been blazing hot to make new weapons and munitions for the armies of Grand Cathay. The Iron Hell Gunners are
Again, Grand Cathay just looks awesome.
These things tear through.
I want to get, I want to get a Terracotta guy. I want to get some of their Jade
reinforced
Warriors.
by the Iron Hell Gunners, which you just saw there. So there's 2 units inside this reinforcement set. The Iron Hail, short range, devastating against large units, and then you've got the Crane Gunners, which we'll go to next. So you can see they've got the purveyors to protect them from incoming fire. And
I love the
extremely powerful
3
optics.
Galilean optics
The detailing on
in sequence to form a scope. That's a really clever way of doing that.
Telescopic sights, everything about these just really screams like intricate detail and sculptural work that the Grand Cathay army is quite known for.
Absolutely, and together, added into the artillery you've already got as part of a Cathayan army, you can make an incredibly powerful shooting army for the armies of Grand Cathay. If you wanted to just put missile troops on the battlefield, have archers and firepower and artillery and rockets and all sorts of stuff, you could make probably the most formidable shooting army in the Old World, which is pretty
Yeah,
powerful.
you're certainly right there, aren't you? All of these things will be available first as part of the Defenders of the Grand Bastion, which is a reinforcement set. If you've not collected a Grand Cathay army before, you could use this as a starter, but it's really intended as that big block of reinforcements for your existing force. And it's, we should talk about when this is due out. It's going to be out like late winter into spring next year.
Yeah, so a little bit of a wait, but
Oh, wow,
not
that's
too
a
long.
ways
so if
off.
you like the look of those and you've not got any Cathay and stuff yet, pick up some Cathay now, get your army ready. And
Well, I guess
you'll
not
be
really.
along,
It's like 4
sooner
months.
than you know it.
With a little bit of foreshadowing, I mentioned that a lot of the army of Grand Cathay within the narrative of the unfolding lore has gone to the Old World to fight against chaos. This book's called The Breaching of the Great Bastion, and it all does not look well back in Grand Cathay. You can see it's all on
I do
fire.
love that artwork. It
And
feels
so
very
I think we're
classic.
going to see what the peasant levy is going to have to be dealing with within the story as it unfolds.
I'm not sure if they meant 2027 or if they mean like the tail end of winter at the beginning of 2026.
So, that was good.
That was fun.
Why don't we go forward and have a look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they mean like the first 5 months of 2026. Oh, I forgot Necromunda's here.
Necromunda, there's quite a response to Necromunda here in the room.
I love
there's been
Necromunda.
A narrative sort of event taking place within Necromunda for a few years now. And you see here, this is a new book that's coming for Necromunda. It's called Spire of Primus.
Yeah, it looks
This is
imposing.
part of the Aranthian succession story that's unfolding. There's been a real power struggle on the planet of Necromunda. The planetary governor was deposed, presumed dead. Noble houses have been vying for power, and this book continues and culminates some of that story with the real appearance and arrival of a major player within the power structure of Necromunda. This
Wow.
is Ozostium Aranthus. Now, the arc is called the Aranthian Succession, and Ozostium Aranthus is a presence that has been on Necromunda since before the birth of the Imperium.
He's really old. Really old.
He looks well for it, right?
Yeah,
Everything
he
seems
looks all
fine.
right.
That's a sick model.
If you want to see just how he looks under his helmet, on WarhammerCommunity.com, there's a picture of him without his helmet on. He is not a well man. So essentially, he is attempting the.
I like the little cherub,
power
too.
To take control of Necromunda. I don't want to spoil who and what he is too much, other than to say he's got a really dark and unpleasant past, and I wouldn't want him in charge of my planet. He's not the good guys.
Yeah.
Or maybe he is if you like that sort of thing.
But there's a lot of other kits on the way as well.
New
It's
Palanites.
a fairly sizable release of stuff, actually.
Yeah, we've got a few things to talk about. These are the Palanite Justicars. You've seen Palanite Enforcers before. It's the responsibility of on every planet in the Imperium for the planetary governor to maintain law and order. That's not the job of the Adeptus Arbites. They enforce the Lex Imperialis. So this is part of that law and order. Palanite Justicars, in particular, dispense justice to like the noble houses. And so what you've got here is almost like a snatch squad, right? You've got bailiffs, you've got the
I like the
manufacturer,
judge.
you've got
I like him.
executioner. These are going to descend into the hive and wreak justice on wrongdoers, and you can ally them alongside law-abiding gangs within your Necromunda campaigns. They're just fantastic.
I love the servo skull has a wig.
I did not notice the
It's got
servo
whole
skull's
sort
wearing a
of like
powdered wig. That's
sort of,
amazing.
A barrister-looking aesthetic going on. There's some cool things to talk about here. The man catcher is a Fullman pattern man catcher, and you can build them in a variety of ways. So he could be like built onto the guy who's kneeling down and whatever. So there's some options here. I'm being told to hold my microphone more effectively. So fantastic if you're enjoying the Palanites and you want something to add to your
More
gang.
Palanites are always good.
Not the only expansion.
Ooh.
Necromunda saw a couple of years back saw the return of the squats. These are the Ironhead Squat Charter Masters and Drill Masters. This is an expansion for your Ironhead Squat gangs.
Wow, they look
They
good.
provide you with some elite specialist gang champion situation here. They're just brilliant, right? Who doesn't want like a new squat with a pipe and a
The
power?
pipe is fantastic.
So the idea of these is they're champions that add on to an existing Necromunda gang. You could probably make a gang out of it, but the idea is that really this is an expansion. The existing squads. That
I like that
are-
big
these
drill
are
claw.
Kind of the elite. These are what charter masters effectively means that they've earned their high rank within the squat hierarchy, and as a result, kitted out with some of the best equipment. They've got very good armor. They've got very good guns. These are going to pack a punch in your games.
Yeah, and like within this, there's specific specialists that do specific things. So one of them is the Exomaster. You see the bigger suit. They've got like this incredible understanding of like how the mining process work and chem harvesting, and they've got the gear to do it. But it's also incredibly useful war gear. Or you've got the Drill Masters, and the Drill Master can control. I think he's called a Might Autoveyor. He's this weird little sort of tracked unit that you might have seen in some of the shops. A great.
I think we saw that in
addition
a
to
rumor.
the Necromunda gangs.
The thing on his
You
shoulder.
can use them as part of your Ironhead Squat prospectors. There you go.
Excellent.
Right. Whew, that is Necromunda. It's time to go to the grim darkness.
Here we
of
go.
the future.
have a bunch of new stuff for Warhammer 40,000 for you today. Some incredible new miniatures across a range of different factions. I want to start off with some new character models for some of our Xenos factions.
Oh.
This is Beric Stormbrow. He
Wow,
is
that is a damn good looking model.
character. He can lead your units for Sonic Berserkers. And the lore for this guy is that he is an expert orc hunter. He's lost his hands in combat against orcs. They've been blasted off in some.
I do like to see
horrific,
Chthonians getting a character because they didn't have one.
Firepower, but he is so tough. He's just got some new bionic ones. He's not.
I wouldn't be
he's not
surprised
flying.
if we see new Red Corsairs.
He's a particularly tough kin. He has a clone scheme that makes him even more durable than the already durable Leagues of Votan already are. He goes right at the front of your army, in the middle of your Chthonic Berserkers, leads that unit into combat. He gives them explosive hits in combat. He does all sorts of horrible things to your opponent's army and makes an absolute mess of whatever you send him into.
And the orcs got a nosebleed. Right.
You have to punch it up really hard to make its nosebleeds.
I would think so. He's not the only new character model coming.
Oh, what?
Here we see the Twin Lance, part of the
What
Tau
the-
Empire. Eddie, what are the Twin Lance?
So the Twin Lance are a new pair of special characters for the Tau Empire.
That looks
You
better
can
than
see Tau
anything in
Empire
the
lore.
Tau
The
range currently.
Farsight was once the exemplar of the Montcar, the killing blow within the Tau Empire.
These
But
guys
he's
look
sort of
insane.
fallen out of favour with the
Yeah, the orc
They
belt
don't
is a
really
nice
like to
touch.
put him on the posters and the propaganda or anything. So they were looking for someone new to represent the Montcar within the Tau Empire. So
These Tau models are crazy.
This is
I mean, new designs for
male and
crisis
female
suits.
Tau, who were once part of a three warriors went around together, but one of them was killed by a gene stealer patriarch. These two responded with a perfect exemplar of the killing blow and managed
Oh,
to take out
God, they look
the
good.
leader of the gene
I don't
stealer
even
uprising.
collect Tau.
From that point onwards, they were lauded
But
as
if
heroes
this is
of
the future of the Tau-
Now they go between the different septs,
Maybe I will.
fighting wherever the ethereals tell them to. One of the things to note about them that's quite cool is that they don't have the markings of any specific sept within the Tau Empire on them because they are heroes for all of the people.
I like the
They're all
color
pretty
scheme
good.
too, with
They
the
can fight
bone
alongside
and
any of
the
septs
dark
you want,
blue.
which means you can put them in any of your Tau armies, regardless of what color you painted them. They are very, very good at going in very close and killing the thing you really want them to kill. One of them has a fusion-style weapon. One of them has a flamer-style weapon. So
I mean,
whether
I-
you want to melt
these
a
are
tank
probably-
or burn some infantry, they are the Tau for the job.
Yeah, they have individual names, so they are known as the
You know,
Twin
I mean, the
Lance.
Demiurge
You have,
are a part of
Sunseer
the
as
leagues.
the
I wouldn't be
fusion
surprised if that
innovator,
blue
and
tech
then you have
was
Scatterflare, who uses an ion.
if that was from the leagues,
So you can see them
because
going
we know the
up and down
Demiurge.
one on
I
the
can't remember their exact name, but they are a league
different
that trade with the
generations.
Tau all the time.
Fantastic new character models for your Tau. and
Especially with all the like rune
There's
designs.
This is
Oh, come on, man.
this is very exciting for me. I'm a Tyranny collector. I have a nice. Tyranny
That's a
army,
crazy
and
pose. I kinda
this is
love it.
A new Synapse leader.
I love the
Tyranny army,
crazy
Tyranny
mouth.
Prime with Lashwick.
I mean, it sort of does what it says on the tin. This is the Tyranid Prime with a lash whip. You know what a Tyranid Prime is? You know what a lash whip is? This is the Tyranid Prime with a lash whip. It's a lovely miniature. It's in a really cool dynamic pose. It's the first time we've had a dedicated
I mean,
miniature to
we're 4 for
represent,
4 right now
Tyranid
on these
Prime infantry version. This is character
was it,
that you
4 or
put
were we
in
3?
alongside the Tyranid warriors or one of your infantry units, makes that unit more efficient.
I think we're
and
3.
obviously
We're
gives
3 for
you
3
some
right now.
synaptic benefits
I mean,
as well.
4 if you count the
But I
2
think
twin
that
lances
really
at 2 which they are 2
Tyranid
models.
is actually just really great to have something new to paint.
Yeah, we should say these three releases that we just described. So Beric and the Twin Spear and the Tyranid Prime with Lashwick. We're expecting to see them released into the new year. So think more like springtime. I
Yeah,
think.
it's a little way off yet, but we just wanted to show you some cool stuff.
Exactly, it's always nice. There is a lot more for Warhammer 40,000 for us to show.
That Tyranid Prime looks
I
crazy.
believe we've got a little video.
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible.
Sergeant Talion, Sergeant Cronus, maybe a little bit of Chaplain Cassius.
They await your presence, my lord. He commands us to reconquer the 500 worlds.
Yeah,
of
500
Ultramar.
worlds. It's the end edition.
In the 10,000 years between his
No, this
death
is a trailer
and
for
rebirth,
the end
how
edition
many
campaign, it
worlds
looks like.
have been scoured by the archenemy, devoured by the monsters of the hive mind, sacrificed on the altar
this
of
Agamemnon?
Exterminatus. He is a demigod out of time. fighting for a golden age that can never dawn again.
Welcome home. Rise, Demetria Titus.
Oh, I guess it does have to do with
of
Space
the
Marine 3.
Watch, Captain of the Second Company.
Yes!
Warden of Ultramar.
Titus always should have been the captain of fucking Second Company.
The Primarch reborn demands the impossible. But only in death does duty end.
Titus has that
Was
shit on.
Awesome. I'm a huge fan of Captain Titus. I followed him through Space Marine, the original game, many years ago. I put
Captain
2 many
Titus.
hours
That's
to
what he
count
always
to
should
Space
be.
Marine 2.
And it looks like we're getting a new captain. He's going to be a new model.
Progressing.
I don't think
Already.
anyone's going to get upset about that because
of
it's
Warhammer
Titus.
40,000 lore, and especially important for Captain Titus. Those of you who played Space Marine 2, the computer game, will know that the last time we saw Titus, he was a lieutenant of the Ultramarines, recently returned.
Sorry,
from the
Akaran,
Death
you were
Watch.
never cut
He
out
is
to be
sort of,
captain.
um,
That's my captain
come
of the
back,
Second
prodigal
Company.
son return sort of
Fourth
thing.
Company, whatever.
We now know, thanks to this new piece of information, that he has become the captain of the Second Company once more. His journey is complete, his redemption is complete, and he is now leading the Second Company. But that is a job that comes with a lot of responsibility.
And I mean, he said, you know,
More than
reconquer the
Ultramar,
500
he's been
worlds.
tasked by the
That
Primarch
500
of
worlds
Gulliman,
leak.
with retaking the 500 worlds of Ultramar, which was an enormous thing for Gulliman back in the age of the Horus Heresy, but many of those worlds have been lost. He has been tasked with reclaiming them with the troops he has to hand.
So let's see what those troops look like.
Yeah, Titus, of course. Look at it. He looks so good. What are those? Inquisitorial hench. Oh, those are like the human grunts on. Oh, and there was his Gadriel and Kairon, or whatever his name was, in Space Marine 3 or Space Marine 2. Yeah, 500 worlds.
Fantastic. So here we see Captain Titus and the Wardens of Ultramar. This is a new plastic kit that is coming out for the Ultramarines chapter. This is Titus and his command staff as he embarks on this quest.
Dude, Titus just looks so good. Look at that big ass bolter he's got.
Absolutely. We know that we've had quite a lot of Ultramarine releases recently, but I think for Titus, we can have one more. I think that's okay, right? He's kind of cool. He's kind of cool. So this is Captain Titus. He has brought with him his brilliant chainsword, which we know from Space Marine 2.
I've got a lot of hours in with that
Yes,
chainsword.
a lot. I've killed a lot of Tyranids with that chainsword. He has the mantle of the captain once more, so all the regalia that you'd expect of that position. A very cool cloak, and he is at the centre of that new box set. But it's not just him. He's brought with him his entourage.
Possibly my favourite Space Marine in the whole galaxy. Anybody here seen Secret Level? In the chat,
Oh, I mean, it
seen
makes sense
Secret
the Weird
Level?
Boy got
If you
updated,
haven't,
but
you need to
please
go
don't
watch it.
spoil.
It's an incredible animation that we made.
If that is a spoil, but I mean, yeah, or Weird Boy would make sense.
Series. Matorus is the veteran sergeant who recruited Titus as a boy, and here they are reunited.
Matarus, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He was in the Secret Level
Matorus is
episode.
going to help Titus on his quest to reunify these 500 worlds.
Yeah, he is a sergeant of the Blade Guard, so as you can imagine, he is a very, very competent combatant, and you can watch him be a very competent combatant in the Secret Level episodes. He's not the only Space Marine to accompany Titus.
Yeah,
before.
Gadriel. I mean,
Ancient
I like Gadriel
this
a
guy
lot.
had your
So.
back all the way through Space Marine 2. He has now been given the banner of the Second Company. He is the Ancient of Titus's command squad.
It's nice to have friends, right?
It's nice to have friends.
Yeah, speaking of friends, there's a suite of other important characters that are going to help Titus in his mission. Here we have Commodore Gaius Silver, a commander within the fleet of Ultramar, responsible for
I mean, it's
making
cool to
sure
see the
that
human
the fleet logistics
element
and
of
naval
the Space
battles
Marine
that
chapters
take
getting
place,
some minis.
go smoothly.
Yeah.
There's more. He's got a staff of human helpers. This is astropath Daniel Cornelius, a powerful astropath. in 40k terms, this is the only way to stay in touch with your friends.
Yeah, Titus is the captain of the second company, the warden of Ultramar. He has almost constant communication from all the various planets within Ultramar and the forces that he's.
I think it
trying
would be
command
cool to see them
control
get
them
like
and take
actually be able to use
so
Guard.
vital
I don't
that
think
he
it's
have to
unreasonable
have
in like a new
nearby at
detachment.
almost all times. Interesting kind of that we are able to see all the humans that accompany Titus, because Ultramar is a kind of slightly unusual part of the Imperium in that not only do the Ultramarines have to go and kill all the aliens there and make sure that they drive back the forces of the Heritage.
I like that
they've
model a
also
lot, too.
They also lord over the humans of that region as well. They command the humans and run.
I like the
sort of
Elder
mini
Scroll she's
empire
got.
within an empire.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Plenipotentiary Lucia Vesta. They go ahead. This character goes ahead of Titus, kind of as a messenger, but also as an explorer. So, sort of scouting ahead and working out which of the 500 worlds that are lost are able to be reclaimed and helping him with that mission. And possibly my favorite of the human helpers. This is Amelia Minervus, the Legatus, a ranking officer within the Ultramar Auxilia.
Yeah, absolutely. The Ultramar Auxilia are the human forces of Ultramar that battle very similar to the Astra Militarum alongside the Ultramarines, trying to retain those 500 worlds and defend the borders of Ultramar from aggressive alien forces and heretics.
Great reveal.
So,
Better than I could have
set
imagined.
is that it's essentially Titus and his command staff, and it's a fantastic leadership unit to use in your games, brilliantly characterful models, and also really starts to help tell the narrative of this event that's taking place with the 500 worlds. Speaking of which, Eddie, do you want to get the book?
Look at the book.
We've got the book here today, so we can get it out and show you. This is Warhammer 40,000 500 Worlds Titus. It is when we say book, that's a little bit misleading here. You can see it's a mighty slipcase that contains 4 volumes to it.
This is going to be like a big
What these
campaign
volumes
system.
do is each has a slightly different thing. So you have the first of these books is called Titus. It's the lore. It's 80 pages of the narrative and the background that explains the events that are taking place. You then have Dread Incursions.
Titus
Dread Incursions
detachments.
are, the way to play boarding actions and sort of close confines battles as they go from place to place.
That's cool.
So we've seen
Big
some fantastic
galactic map.
terrain come out for Kill Team, which would be really useful for doing some of those sort of boarding action style situations. We've also got the War on Vespertor Front as a campaign. Anybody here enjoying the grand narrative this weekend might find this extremely appealing, because this is a complete campaign system. In the background of this shot here now, you can see the map that comes. Oh, we've just lost it. But there's an enormous map that comes with this set. There's
I
loads
like
of
this.
stickers that you can sort of track the progress of your campaign with you and your friends as you battle for the 500 worlds. And finally,
I guess
by
we're
no
doing a
means
500
least,
Worlds campaign
we
at my
have
store.
The detachments volume, which is 16 pages of all of the detachments and the rules that you need to use these new things in your games. They will be available online as a download or as part of the app.
If you didn't hear that, the
Definitely
rules
available
for this will
online.
be
So,
a free download as well.
This is a very cool set of expansions. There's loads of good stuff in there, loads of good gaming material. It's sort of particularly themed towards those of you who enjoy the narrative elements of Warhammer 40,000.
Which
but
I
as
do.
say, Adam, the detachments will be match play compatible, but because we don't want to kind of limit them behind a big set that you have to buy, they will also be available online for those of you who want to just get the detachments. But then you'd be missing out on having an amazing campaign experience within the 500 worlds. And what this set really does is it sets up that region of space as a pivotal and important part of the Warhammer 40,000 universe, one of the most active war zones that's currently happening in Warhammer 40,000 right now, which is to say something, because there's a lot of war going on.
And I had a chance to read through the Titus volume, that 80-page lore book. There are some very cool information inside there. The things that are happening within the sort of wider story of Warhammer 40,000 are really interesting, compelling read.
They said the
But
Titus
who's
detachment
fighting,
book was
Well,
16
if you look at
pages.
the
I wonder if
covers
it's
of
going to
those books,
be
you might
like
have got
3
a subtle
detachments.
hint as to who the enemy that is principally causing them problems within the
I guess
500
Chiron
worlds.
just got the
These
axe.
guys are finding themselves going up against this guy. This is Necrosaur Amantar.
Oh my
Who
goodness.
or what is Necrosaur Amantar?
So
Eddie?
Necrosaur Amantar is
I mean,
effectively
all
a
these
deranged
reveals for 40K
destroyer
have been
lord
amazing.
of the
This guy
Necrons.
looks
He is
crazy.
an ancient, powerful creature, and he leads an entire army of destroyers who want none of that kind of conquest or claiming land or anything like that. He just wants to wipe out all life in the galaxy, starting with Ultramar. There are even rumors that he might have been the origin of the Destroyer curse itself amongst the Necrons, so he's a pretty big deal. He has a particularly diabolical plan. Looking at the galaxy, he goes, even though I am a 20-foot killing machine with lasers for arms, I don't think I could kill the whole galaxy, but I know something that could. I'm going to put...
Of course, the Nightbringer. We've seen the
back
Nightbringer,
together.
but it still looks crazy.
Fantastic. So the Nightbringer, you might have seen, we showed it on warhammercommunity.com. This would have been the first time you'd seen it if it hadn't have gone out as a leak. We did mention leaks in our invitation video, but here is the Catan shard of the Nightbringer. The Necrosaur, his plan is to gather all of the Catan shards so that he can get the Nightbringer together properly and just kill all life in the galaxy.
That's like a callback to the classic
It's not
Necron
just
lore. I really like
the
that.
character and the new Catan shard that will be coming out. There will be some new ways of getting Necrons into your army. There is a new battalion, which basically gives you all the destroyers. So if you like the idea of an army of undying, unkillable robots hell-bent on destroying all life, this is the battalion for you.
Perfect. Yeah, if your jam is just psychotic, undead robot killing machines, 500 Worlds is going to be your jam.
Yep.
Perfect. Whew. I feel like we've reached the end.
That is the...
Perfect. Right, so here we go. Let's just look at Titus squaring off against the enemy, and then what remains is for us to bring this to a close. Everybody who's been watching us live on the stream, thank you so much for sticking with us for our technical
So no
difficulties.
chaos.
We appreciate it wasn't perfect,
But
it's
lots
been
of
really
Xenos,
great to
so
show you all these fantastic
you win
Warhammer
some, you lose
reveals
some.
and just get a bit excited about our favorite hobby with all of you. Thank you for hanging around with us.
If you want to see any of these reveals, again, you want to watch any of the videos again, you want a closer look at any of those miniatures, the Warhammer Community website, if it's not already updated, will be updated very soon with lovely shots of all of those new reveals so you can spend time, look over them, and decide which of those you're most excited about and which one you want to buy.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you've got burning questions about things Eddie and I didn't explain, there's a good chance that the answers will be there on Warcom, so go and have a look. I should address the 1,000 or so people in the room. Thank you all for sticking
Let's go
around
check
with us
Warhammer
as well.
Community.
You have been an incredible audience. It's been a delight to share this reveal with all of you.
Oh, here we go.
We're going to bring this thing to a close. Thank you from Eddie and from all of the...
So here we've
Warhammer
got the
community
Votan
who made
character
it
looking
possible.
great.
And thank you from myself. It's been a delight. We'll
The
see you
Twin
again next
Lances
time.
might be the
Good night.
highlight. Oh. Alright. Twin Lances might be the highlight of the entire stream. This guy, also very good. Do we have... Necrosaur? No. Okay. Overall, good reveal stream. Very good. I assume, since Chaos wasn't here, we'll probably see them at Christmas. But I hope you all enjoyed. Yeah, no Red Corsairs, but I'm holding out hope for
Unluckiest
Christmas.
deaths in
What?
history.
Oh. Great channel, but we don't need autoplay on. I see. Oh yeah, here we go. I mean, yeah, Captain Titus looks great here. The Bolter, the Chainsword, Warrens of Ultramar. And Necrosaur, Amantar. Looks crazy. So no Chaos this time, but I think that's just, again, more fuel that they'll probably show up at Christmas. Overall, great reveal show. I hope you all enjoyed watching. I'm pretty hungry. I've not eaten anything today. So I should probably go make something for dinner. What were your guys' favorite reveals, though? It's hard for me to pick. But, yeah, good reveals all around, I'd say. I think Sigmar, I think Custodes. I think Sigmar, I think Heresy, I think Warhammer Plus, I think all that stuff got a lot of good reveals. Yeah, LVO, that's probably where we'll see I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Huron Blackheart on Christmas, and then if there's going to be any more Chaos, we might see them at LVO. Anyways, I mean, great reveal show. Probably the best one they've had this year. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all whenever I get these Chaos models painted up. Bye-bye.